Well, here we are in day 2 of October, just after 7 o'clock in the morning. We have a lot to cover with the grass because we've got the main field as well to do. So what I'm going to go and do is hire our bigger mower. Where are we? Down here, and it is this one up here. We don't have a windrower yet, do we? No, just the mower and the tedder. So then we'll hire the mower. I'm trying to think of the best way to do it because I need to pull everything from this side nearest me out of there first. I could maybe just windrow it up a wee bit. Or use the silage fork, it's all going to silage anyway. Right, we'll hire that mower anyway, because we will need it for the big field because it's going to take way too long. We'll probably try it with that back bit on. It windrows it up. It's 20,000 extra, so it is quite a difference. We do need some hay. We'll lease that 3,800. Yeah, let's do it. I've just realised it's the wrong brand now that I've done it. We'll have to leave the weight here as well, otherwise we're not going to get to pick that new one up. I'll just drop that there. Yeah, we have the I can't remember which one it is, but it's the one we've got to Cavernaland. I think this is actually the Vicon one we've got on. But we'll nip down, hire that, we'll come straight back up, we'll make a start with this field and pull all the grass out of the way. Hopefully the silage pit guys are going to be here soon and get that going. We'll probably do our field down at 13 as well at the same time, off hire the mower. We'll try and cart some of it up and possibly dump it beside the silage pit, and then we'll go and do some cotton contracts because they are still active as far as I'm aware. Oh, we've got 2 cultivating contracts. Right, so we'll get this done first with the mowing in our field, get it shifted, then we'll start on cultivating, get the fertilising done, then we'll maybe do some cotton contracts to pass some time as well. So we'll see you in a minute back up at our field. Well, that's us just back up at our field now. I did go in past our field at field 13. It's actually at the stage before this one is, so I don't want to harvest it yet because we're going to lose a little bit of yield. It's kind of a waste now that we've rented this. It's going to be ready tomorrow. I'll just double check how much it's going to cost us for renting. We had that bit on the back, so 3,008, yep. Per workday, so it's only going to cost $750 for us to keep it overnight. I think that base cost is just initially. So if we keep it overnight, it's only going to cost us $750 plus the 1 hour we're going to use it just now. I think it's going to be worth just holding on to it, to be honest. We'll get these all unfolded anyway. I should have maybe checked the field to make sure it was ready to harvest. But I mean, you learn as you go. We're not going to get it perfect every time. But we've got it for this field, so it is going to speed it up just that little bit more. We'll get this done. We'll maybe need to do some leveling because we need to. This field slopes down towards our shed from here, so I think we're going to do everything kind of in stages. It's going to be kind of tricky to do. Tricky doing the edges as well because if I do a sharp turn, it's not gonna. Let's go back out on the road here. It's not going to take it all. It's going to miss bits. We can afford to miss bits here and there, but I'd like to get as much as we can because then we know we're not going to struggle when it comes to feeding the cows. But we'll get this bit done. Yeah, we're going to stage this sections down. It's not going to be a massive amount. It's just going to be enough so that we can Yeah, it's just going to be enough so that we can have, like, the silage pit on that level will come flat in a little bit, and then we'll go up to another level. Oh, it didn't miss anything there. Might be alright to turn with, as long as I don't do it too sharp. Ah, no, I missed a bit. Anyway, I'll get this done, and we'll see you in just a second. Oh, we've still got 8 litres of silage additive in there, so that should be plenty to keep us going. We'll start down here and come back up, because it's just that top bit we need to clear, so I don't want to fill this right up yet. Maybe start about here somewhere. Yeah, that'll do. Alright, we'll get on with this, and we'll get on with the other contracts. I think that should do us for now. We'll just park this down here out of the way. I don't think I'll need this tractor yet, actually. Park it down here. Once it finds reverse from the throttle sticking, I really don't know what's happening. Time for a new set, maybe? That steering action on the trailer makes a big difference. Right, that's that cleared. Now we can get this sorted here. The silage pit's going to go along here. Hopefully it's going to come out in line with here. I'll maybe need to shift this gravel up here a little bit. But we'll let the guys figure that out when they come to put it in. It's quite a steep bank here as well. That's the first grade I was talking about, and I'll come up to the silage pit and it'll maybe flatten till about here somewhere, and then there'll be another bump up onto another level, and then we'll slowly level the top of this field out as well. Once we start getting the sheds and that put in, because we've got another one, possibly 2 sheds. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do yet, if I'm going to get a bigger grain silo put in here somewhere, maybe up in that top corner. If we do get a grain silo here, we're not going to bother looking at getting an actual pre-made farm. We'll stick with this one because it's been with us since day one. But we'll grab this and we'll head up. What's the contracts we have to do? There's 2 cultivating ones, field 7 and field 30. That's the 2 we did yesterday. So I'll head down to the field 30 first at the bottom. Then we'll cut through up by field 28, I think it is, and go up to field 7. I think one of these, I think it's field 16 we did last time. Yeah, it is field 16 there. I remember we left a cotton bale there and forgot about it. And it was worth about, I think it was about $18,000 or $20,000. So we'll definitely be taking that contract on again, because it is good fun. It's something different. But we'll definitely be doing field 16, possibly field 15, because it's right next door as well to us. But we'll get these cultivatings done. I'll maybe send the fertilizer spreader out to 28 as well, and then gets back. In fact, before we leave, we could maybe check to see if it does need fertilizer, because I think it's running low. What have we got? 499. So we'll pull that out, throw some fertilizer in it now while it's here, and we'll send it on its way to do its contract. So we'll do that first, then we'll head out with the... Where's the telehandler? It's here. Better open the door first. Everything's just in the way. We need a bigger yard. Oh, and this is in the way now as well. We'll come in from the other side. Yeah, kind of need more storage room for putting our implements, because it's just, you clear a bit of space, you put something in, you think, yes, perfect, we've got enough room. This started off as plenty of room for us, then as we gather up machinery, and well, we bought that tractor not long ago, we've still a trailer to get for the truck, and possibly a low loader as well, so that we can take our fertilizer and that to the fields. Unless we find a seed tender trailer, that would be ideal. I think we'll just use both bags in here. This is what's handy about this, you come in at a bit of an angle. Maybe it's not really working, is it? Oh no, it is. There we go. You can just adjust these to where you need them to go. Should get out here. But we'll fill this up, we'll send it on its way to that field to do that contract. That's the throttle stuck again. Yep. I don't know. Yep, we'll see you over at the field. Well, that's him on his way to the field. We've actually got quite a lot of eggs sitting there, and we've still got one pallet sitting inside the shed as well. And I checked the price, it's actually quite good, but it's meant to get better tomorrow. Not by much, but we'll keep an eye on the price throughout today. And if it starts to kind of hit where its maximum is and then start coming down, we're just going to throw everything onto the trailer. Our little blue one, which we haven't sold yet. Might be handy keeping for that actually. We'll get them all sold. And that should bring a bit of income in. I'm thinking about a greenhouse as well. Just something different for making products. We haven't got anything yet, as in factories or productions. I did plan on thinking of the spinnery, because obviously we have wool from the sheep, but there's not really that much comes through. There's not enough to, you know, make it worth spending. I think it's about 100,000, or it is for many of the productions, between 80 and 100 and something thousand. So they are quite expensive outlay. But for now we'll focus on the farm, look at expanding fields, and should get cows later today as well as the silage pit. And hopefully if the rain stays off we can make a bit of hay as well, because you need that for the TMR for the cows. We don't have much hay. We have some bales, but we don't have as much as we'd like. We don't have near as much as we will silage anyway. But we'll head over this field and let's get it done. I forgot I left the combine down here. That header is still on hire, so we're going to need to get rid of that. But I'll finish this little bit here and then we'll set a worker off on the straight going back up the field. We have done a bit up the top, so it should be okay for him to turn. We'll jump into the combine and we'll get that returned, and then the combine back to our yard, because I'm pretty sure that's all the harvested fields, all the fields of soybeans anyway. That's them all harvested. And that is also the worker at the field just beside us. So that's him leveled up. We'll get a worker on him, get out of his way before I get run over. And we'll deal with this. This should still be on hire. Yep, so we'll get rid of that now. And same with the header trailer, because we don't need that. I was going to check this first, but 99% sure everything is done. Yeah, so there is a couple ready to harvest, but that's out with our map boundaries. So we're left with field 1, 15 and 16, which should be 1, 15 and 16. So that's perfect, they're all cotton contracts. And while we're here, eggs, $1,379 is the highest price. We're at 1,368, but it is stopped and it's not rising. This one is still rising, so we might get a better price out of it, but we'll have to wait and see. But for now, we'll get the combine moved out of the way just now, and we'll go and get a worker started for the fertilizer, and then we'll take this back to the yard. Oh, wait a minute. I don't need to run over to him. I think I can do it from here. We'll just select him, create a job, field work, and we'll put it right in front of him, about there. Yep, and start job. Well, it looks like he's moving. I think it's worked. Yeah. Right, we'll take the combine back over to our yard. We'll just quickly check on here to see if he's fertilizing. That'll tell us straight away. Yeah, he is. It looks like it's working then. Right, we'll go jump in the combine, take it to our yard. There's a deer. You always find deer in this map. They're always lurking about, ready to jump out in front of you. There's another one. Whoa, there's heaps of them. Not the same kind of deer as our yard though. That's a different kind of deer altogether. Ours is big, green and mean. Right, let's jump back in the combine. We'll leave that guy to it, and we'll get back to our... Well, that's that contract complete on field 28, so we'll just go in and complete that. Waiting for it to save. Contracts, so fertilizing field 28, $9,505, and cultivating field 30, $4,604. Still got the cultivating on field 7, but I think we're going to start field 16, yeah, but we'll borrow the items. I'm only doing the one just now because, as you see, they're all the same harvester. So if I was to borrow field 15, I wouldn't know which harvester for which contract, and I don't want them to get mixed up yet. But I think we'll finish the cultivating contract first, and then we can jump into doing some cotton. Well, that's that contract on field 7 finished. It is still pouring rain, but we'll complete that. $6,808. We've still got the harvesting contract, but I think I'm going to have to pass some time until the rain's over with. I don't think we can do that in the wet weather, but do a quick check on eggs. 1,379. Oh, that's the best price. That's a November price. It's the day before. I think we may just have to sell the eggs today, but We'll keep an eye on the price. We'll fast forward some time till the rain disappears just so we can get to this cotton. But we'll keep an eye on the rain, and we'll see you in a little bit. Well, we've fast forwarded time just a little bit. Everything's had time to dry out. But we're away to go up and sell the first load of eggs. So we have 8,400 litres, and it's $1,392 up at the Agri Co-op. And it should be at the top of the map. I'll just change that back. There we go. Yep, the Agri Co-op's up the top. So we'll head up there and we'll see you in just a second. Well, that's us up here. We have taken on one contract, which is the cotton contract. There is 3, but we've only taken on 1 just now because everything's going to the same sell point, and because the harvesters themselves are identical machines. Oh, that's not selling. Unstrap it. Oh, whoa, whoa, catch the pallet. That was close. Well, it doesn't look like we've got any broken eggs. We've still got 8,400 litres. But yeah, the harvesters are all the same brand. It's all John Deere cotton harvesters. So I don't want to bring a harvester halfway across the map, start the field, and it says it's not the right contract, and then have to try and figure out of the other 2 contracts which one it's for. So I've taken on 1 just now, so we know exactly what field we're going to. We'll get the equipment out there, and then we'll start accepting the other ones and start workers on the first machines. But we're going to break, there we go, we've broken $150,000 in the bank, and $9,752 from that. There's still 1 pallet left though. I wonder if I just turn, there we go. It's not the best way to deal with eggs, but it's there. So we were going to sell this trailer, but it's turned out it's going to be handy for this kind of jobs. Although it would be better with something with a telehandler can connect to, because the telehandler won't hook up to this one. And in a case like this, where you need to rearrange products or move certain things or only take certain things off, we would need the telehandler for that. But we've got $1,950 for that last pallet. So that's the first lot of the eggs sold that we've kind of stocked up over the last year. And we'll head back down to the yard, and we're going to make a start on that cotton contract. It should be okay to go. It's been a couple hours since the rain kind of stopped. Every time I pull out of here, there's always that car that appears. It's always in the way. But yeah, we'll head back down to the yard, drop this off, and then we'll walk down to the shop and we'll grab the cotton harvester, and let's get going with some cotton. Well, this is our first load of bales coming in from that contract. We have taken on the other two, so I think I'm going to go down and start the harvester on the field beside us. But we'll see how much of the contract this completes. Quite a slow machine to unload. Just doing the other fields, so 90%. So that's everything for field 1 and 9% transported for field 16. That's the annoying thing about taking on heaps of contracts and all going to the same sell point. It does other contracts before it needs to do the one you're doing. Well, field 1 has been completed, so I think we'll maybe go and start field 1 first. Every time I come out here there's a car, it just randomly appears. I'll just head back down to the shop with this thing and we'll pick up one of the two harvesters. They're all the same. So I'm going to pick one of the John Deeres and try it up with the field next to us, and if it works we'll start with that one there, and we'll grab the other harvester and then take it up to field 1. So we'll see you in just a second. Well, it's going to be a really busy few hours. There's two of the harvesters working on the field already, 16 and 15. And we're just taking this one up onto field 1. The second harvester we started not long ago on field 15, that must have been the right one for the contract because it didn't show any signs of not doing the contract or flashing up. So I think we got it in the right order. So I'm going to start this field. I think I'm going to do a bit myself, and then I'll maybe need to hire a worker and jump onto the tractors for the contract and pick up some bales, just so we don't lose them because it is coming down dark. Not too quickly, but in the next sort of hour, maybe 2 hours, it's going to be quite dark. So we don't want to miss any bales this time because they are very valuable, as we found out last time. So let's crack on and get some work done. Well, that's one of the workers completed one of the tasks anyway. But I'm going to keep going and finish one headland pass on this field. Then I'll set a worker off on it and we'll go down and start collecting bales because it is actually coming down pretty dark pretty quickly. So we're going to need to get a move on. This field I'm not so worried about because it is quite small, so it's very easy just to drive round it once. Oh. Well, that's a tree is just in the way. Not very well placed. Yeah, we got through it. Did we miss anything? No. That'll be okay. The worker will probably end up getting it and getting stuck under the tree anyway. But yeah, we'll finish this pass here. There is that little section just down there at the top of the screen. There is a little bit, but we'll probably finish that ourselves because the worker's probably not going to go onto that. But we'll set the worker off on this field just now and we'll go start picking up some bales. whilst it's just finishing up field 1 there, we'll just quickly double check the contract. Not the contract, the field, sorry. Make sure we haven't missed any bits, because it is pitch black. Yep, that's good. And we'll just check the other field, 16. The worker's stopped there, but you've still got a little section up here, and this guy is still going. It has been quite expensive to run these guys. I think it's about almost $5,000 I think now in wages. So it is very expensive, but worthwhile if we're left over with a bale, which we were with the last time we did. I think it was just 2 contracts we did last time, and we were left with a whole big bale, 20,000 litres. So it should work out good this time as well. I'll just stop here. I can't remember which one it is. Maybe I have to turn it off first. If we turn it off, there we go. Unload unfinished bale. Can't remember if that empties the whole machine or just empties the bale section. Yeah, so we've still got 800 litres in it. Right, we'll get these picked up over to the sell point and head back down and get field 16 finished up. Well, it's very slow going with this little Volvo. It came with that contract on field 1. But we're here now. The contract is completed, so this should go towards fields 15 or 16. We'll just unload that and see where it goes. Field 16. Now we're still a few bales short of field 16, but we've still got field 15 to do as well. But we don't need this now, because we can complete contract on field 1, which is 3,600 and no, it's not, 2,842, because we lost 770 by leasing the equipment from the farmer. So $2,842. We've still got these two, so I'm assuming what we get for field 15 is probably going to cover our worker cost. I don't know how much it charged us, but it has been very costly to run them anyway. But let's head back down to field 15 or 16 even, and we'll take over from the worker again. So we'll see you down there. Well, I thought we'd try that out to see if it would work in another field, and it does. It was just to try and get an extra bale, or bit of a bale. I think we're ahead of the contracts anyway, because we've given up the extra from field 1. So I think it's going to work out fine. We're going to be left over with a little bit of a bale to sell ourselves, which I think, if I check the prices for cotton, where are we there? It's almost at its highest price. If we wait till February it'll be even higher, but I don't think there's any point waiting for that. I don't know if we're going to quite get the extra bale we were looking for. I think we have to wait until the harvester is shut down. If we don't, then it's okay. And if we've messed it up by going into this field and taking out what would have made an extra bale here, then, well, we've learned not to do this again, have we? We're just finishing this little strip here. There we go. Right, let's see if I can unload. No, so it would need to be in the second chamber. There is a tiny strip on this field here. I don't know if this is going to be enough to make up the extra. There's a couple bits along here. We'll go down and try that field first, just to see if it's going to work. We'll try it anyway. Now, there wasn't enough in this field to cut to make up that 100% for the putting the bale into the second chamber, but that guy's still got a bit to go in that field, so we are going to nip across to the sell point with these and see if we can get some this contract completed anyway, and some of contract on field 15. So we'll see you over at the sell point. Well, let's see how much of the contract this completes. Field 16 is finished, and 16% for field 15. Perfect. Right, we'll head back down. I'll take this back down to side field 15, but I won't complete the contract yet until we've got the last bale out of field 15. Then I'll see if I've got enough to pick up to put into the harvester for field 16, so that I can try and get a little bit of an extra bale out of it, if we can. So we'll see you down there. Well, there's a few bales in this field ready for us, so we're going to nip them up to the sell point. Oh, that's pretty cool. They're all in a line. So the next bale should appear here somewhere behind us. But we'll grab this next one, take them up, we'll come back down, grab the next two, and possibly the next one that comes out of the combine. Then take that up, or the harvester should I say. You can't do wheat with this one. We'll just quickly... Where did he go? He's there, he stopped. Why is he reversing all the way back down there? What's he doing? Come back. You've done that already. I'm not blocking you. So he has... Oh, I see what he's doing now. Nope, I don't. What is he doing? Well, we've got a bit down there left over, and there's another bit like that down the bottom end. What are you doing? You have not completed your task. Well, seeing as I'm in it, I'll just nip this little section here So we should get another full bale out of that section that's left. So I think we'll manage to pick up the extra from the top end of this field, and that should give a quarter bale in the other harvester. It's a bit complicated, but I think we're going to manage it. But I'll set this worker off again on a straight line. Hopefully he completes it, and we'll head up with that first load of bales. So we'll see you over at the sell point. Well, that should be the bit of the bale we need. 2,511 litres, which isn't too bad. We'll get that offloaded, then picked up. I think that'll be everything now. There's no point in doing this little bit here because we're not really going to get anything from it. So we'll shut that machine down, we'll jump back in this tractor, take this load of 3 up to the sell point, and then hopefully it completes all the contracts and we're left with this bale that we can sell. So we'll see you up there. Well, hopefully this completes the contracts. We won't complete them all just yet though and get the money for them, because we still need to use this bale trailer to take up one bale that was left in the field. 82%, that's the field finished. 2,000 for that bale, 12,600 for that bale, and we're going to go back down and get that last bale, which is probably going to be another 2,200 for a quarter bale. So we'll see you back up here in just a minute. Well, I just jumped back in this harvester just to see if I could make it to the end of here and get an extra bit out of it, but it doesn't look like it. But we do have 25% of a bale ready, so that is another bale to add to the total. Once that bit finished, that is the field completely done now, I think. Yep, there's just little dots here and there, but they're not worth getting. But that is another quarter bale, so we should get about 6,000-ish for these 2 quarter bales. I'll just check. It's just unload the unfinished bale, so we can't unload that 1,078. But we can unload the 2,578 bale. Kind of annoying you can't just add into that bale, but it is a contract. We've completed it. We've got, well, I haven't got the money for it yet. We're away to, but I don't think 1,000 litres of cotton is going to make the world of difference to us just now. 2,578. I still need to actually drop the bale, otherwise we won't get it picked up. Right, that's that done now. Now we'll grab this quarter bale along with that quarter bale and we'll go up to the sell point. I did quickly check the workers' wages so far for today, and we're sitting at $9,600. So a pretty wild kind of wage, but the cotton contracts have covered that wage and given us a bit extra. And remember, we've still got to get the income from the contracts, but we'll do that up at the sell point. So we'll see you there in just a second. Well, here we are again at the sell point for the final time today. It is going to rain soon, so it's a good job we've gotten these contracts finished up for today. There is one cultivating contract showing, but I think we'll wait till tomorrow to get that accepted. I'll square up again just a bit. Right, we'll get these unloaded. So 6,600. That's not too bad for that bales. While we're here, we'll complete the 2 contracts. So with 13,900 for field 16, but we've got 10,900 because of the lease cost, and field 15 was 7,900. Quick check up on our animals. Our chickens need to get fed because they are really flying through the feed. I think that's the new ones. It was just in not long ago. Nothing new with the sheep, so they will need water. Not yet. We could do that in the morning. We can do the sheep in the morning as well, actually. Right, long walk back down to the yard again. Well, that's us back to the yard. We're going to have a bit of a sleep now because it's almost midnight. I didn't think the cotton contracts would take quite that long. But first thing tomorrow, because the mower's still on hire, we're going to get our grass field done and straight into our new silage bunker. So, we'll see you in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching.